We're here back in the Fantasy Bar Monday night in the NBA. We got 6 of my favorite plays, including a couple sets of teammates I am looking at tonight. What game are we looking to stack? We got some of my favorite values, some guys that are underpriced, some smash matchups, and of course, my favorite play of the night. Who and what are we talking about? Belly up to the Fantasy Bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Monday edition Beers Daily Fantasy six-packer to be back here once again in the Fantasy Bar. Hope everybody out there had a great weekend. 6 guys fresh off the tap for you for this Monday night NBA slate on FanDuel and DraftKings. Now, before we get into the plays, as always, please take a second, click that thumbs up button if you enjoy the content hanging out here in the Fantasy Bar. Greatly appreciate that. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Don't miss the videos, NBA, NFL, sports betting. Got a lot going on right now. Speaking of sports betting, head over and check out scoresandodds.com/beer. That link in the description of the video. All right, let's get into it today. Again, an interesting slate here. We're going to keep everybody at 7,500 or below on DraftKings, trying to make your life easy when building these lineups. Let's start at shooting guard with DEVIN VASSELL of San Antonio. Now, we know this game going to be one that we want to target. Huge total in this one. The Spurs, big underdogs here. They're certainly going to need to put a big number on the board to compete with the juggernaut Golden State Warriors. I think VASSELL going to be a big part of that. Now, cash games can really count on the consistency this guy's been giving you. 30 or more DraftKings points now in 8 straight games. 6 of those games, 35 or more DraftKings points, which shows the GPP ceiling that we are after here. And it's a good matchup here. Golden State, 8th most fantasy points allowed to the shooting guard position so far to open the season. So we know VASSELL, nice floor, nice ceiling. Gonna need him tonight. One of my favorite plays here against the Golden State Warriors. All right, let's stay right there with San Antonio. Another guy I'm very high on. That's point guard Tre Jones. So here's another guy, San Antonio, one of those teams. Keldon Johnson, you know, one of my favorites. Just a lot of guys getting a lot of opportunities that they have not gotten before. And Jones, another one, playing extremely well. And he's a guy that gives you a little bit of everything. We know the assists are going to be there. The scoring can come and go. But the steals, the assists, even the rebounding there for Tre Jones, only once in his last 5, under 32 on DraftKings. On 5,500, he's smashing this salary. Should probably be mid-6s. Honestly, over there. So we're getting a nice value here, even at FanDuel at just 6K. Feels like a steal here for Jones. We mentioned the total, 233. These are the kind of games that can unlock the 40, 45, 50-point game out of a guy like Tre Jones. Certainly going to want him in the lineup. Going to be in a bunch of mine here tonight against Golden State. All right, let's go down low. Let's get a good matchup here with power forward center Wendell Carter Jr. Now, first thing before we get to that matchup, let's look at the pricing here. 7,500 on DK, I'm fine with. 6,500 on FanDuel. Rarely do we get the cheaper FanDuel price, so take advantage. Smash spot over there on Carter. Cash games and tournaments. Back-to-back double-doubles for him here. And only 3 times all season long has this guy dipped under 29 FanDuel points. So giving that consistency as well. Another great floor-ceiling combo here. Banchero still questionable. We'll see if he's back. Even if he's back, still love this spot for Carter. If he's out, just raises the ceiling a little bit more here because this matchup we mentioned, and we've picked on this many times over the years, Charlotte can just not figure out how to defend the interior. Once again here in 2022, most fantasy points allowed to the center position. Wendell Carter in a great spot with or without Banchero tonight against the Charlotte Hornets. All right, let's stay at power forward center with Chris Boucher of Toronto. So the Raptors going to be kind of thin tonight. We know Siakam still on the shelf. Van Vliet going to miss once again. Precious Achiuwa out as well here for the Toronto Raptors, and I think that's going to mean good things here for Chris Boucher. Now, when this guy gets minutes, which he's gotten in the last couple, we're talking almost 30 minutes a game, the production has gone along with that, almost 38 fantasy points per game. And in fact, when you look at his season-long game logs, and you can go back years with this guy, when he gets the time, he can be productive. This season, any game he's played 25 or more minutes, that is equated to 32 or more DraftKings points. With some of these injuries here, I think he's going to be pressed into duty here. I think you lock him in. Chris Boucher, great value and very productive when he's getting these opportunities like he should once again here tonight for the Toronto Raptors. All right, let's stay right there with the Raptors at shooting guard, small forward, OG Anunoby. So we've talked about OG before. It's kind of a roller coaster as far as production goes, which makes him more of a tournament play than a cash game play. But with the way they are thin, I think you can go either route here. Still prefer him in a tournament setting But 38 or more DraftKings points in 7 of the last 9 is showing the consistency we want. So viable in all formats here tonight. You take those guys off the floor, 4% usage bump for Anunoby. Scotty Barnes looking like the guy that most people are going to gravitate towards, kind of the bigger name of this trio of Raptors here. When we run the numbers in Court IQ, OG 1.18 fantasy points per minute without those guys on the floor. Scotty Barnes down there at 0.93. So just wanted to lay that out here. You can find that in our Court IQ tool on RotoGrinders. No issues with Barnes here, but OG's going to be lower owned in tournaments. That's the play I want to go to here on Monday night. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play for Monday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. Very easy to play. A thank you to you guys for hanging out here and checking out the video. Now, get in the comment section right below the video and guess fantasy points on FanDuel tonight for my favorite play. The closest guess going to win themselves a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. Chance to check everything out behind the scenes. All right, let's wrap this baby up. My favorite play of the night, you know him as the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We're going to stay with some value here. Under 7,500 on DraftKings, under 6,500 on FanDuel here. Shooting guard, Jaden Ivey, my favorite play on the board, and tonight's Beast of the Night. So no Cade Cunningham once again here for Detroit. That is great news for Jaden Ivey and his fantasy point prospects here tonight. When we go back to Court IQ, we take Cade Cunningham off the floor. One of the biggest jumps in usage I have seen over all my years doing this, and I know it's a limited sample with the season just underway, but that usage jumps over 9% with Cunningham off the floor, which makes a lot of sense. Both of these guys are fantastic with the ball in their hands. You take Cade off the floor, Ivy has to do that much more, so it jumps all the way up to 31% usage rate. We're getting that kind of usage at these prices. Easy smash here, and the production been fantastic as well. 35 or more DraftKings points in 3 of the last 4. In fact, 45, 49 shows you the ceiling that you get with a Jaden Ivey. And we had the matchup. The cherry on top, no team has a lot more fantasy points to the shooting guard position than the Toronto Raptors. Wrap it all up. Jaden Ivey, easily my favorite play on the board, and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it here for Monday night in a fantasy bar with 6 of my favorite plays on FanDuel and DraftKings. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, please hit me up in that comment section right below the video. Don't forget your guess for Jaden Ivey's FanDuel output tonight for a shot at some free RotoGrinders Premium in that comment section. And while you're down there, who's your Beast of the Night? You agree with Ivy? You got somebody else? I want to know who your Beast of the Night. If you were sitting here, you were 10 in the bar, who's your top play here for Monday night? For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck. We'll be back on Wednesday with another NBA video. We'll win some money tonight. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist